What's up, everyone? How y'all doing? 8 weeks. That's 8 weeks on the carnivore diet. That's right. I feel great. I really do. Just to recap, I will show you at the end of the video, like all the different types of food I've consumed in the last 2 months. 8 weeks, 2 months. We're almost towards the end of February. You know, a lot of people start their New Year's resolution on January 1st. I've been feeling like crap for years. Just so you know, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I have degenerative disc disease in my spine. I've had a lot of inflammation in my ankles, my knees, and my back. I come from a background of doing a lot of aggressive sports, snowboarding, a lot of backpacking, carrying up to 40 pounds on my back. A lot of stuff that impacts the knees, inline rollerblading and skate parks, stuff like that. I just turned 45. I'm getting old because for 3 months I was telling everyone I turned 46 mistakenly. I guess that comes with age. But I decided before the new year, like, I need to try something. I was thinking about becoming a vegan. I'm a Texas boy. I love meats. I have 3 smokers in my backyard. I love to smoke brisket, ribs, pork belly, all that good stuff. The thought of being a vegan, and I really molded around for months last year, 2023, early in the year, thinking about, man, I need to make lifestyle changes. I need to make a dietary change. Nutrition is super important. 80% of your health is really your nutrition. The other 20% is exercise and activity and all that kind of stuff. And I know all of this, but just out of habit and just being lazy, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. I was going to do veganism, and then I just couldn't wrap my mind around eating vegetables, even if it was temporary, even if I did it for like 6 months or a year. I just couldn't wrap my mind around cutting out meat completely. Fast forward, back in October, I stumbled across this whole carnivore diet. What's this? Just eating meat? That seems a little odd to me. Is my heart going to explode? Is my cholesterol going to be through the roof? You know, we always joke about meat sweats. I'm just going to be walking around a sweaty mess after I eat some hamburgers. But the more and more I researched it, I realized that it is very viable. It's very viable. I think as much as the extreme vegan can have healthy benefits, I think the extreme all meat or even lion diet is very beneficial as well. There's probably pros and cons to both of them. But here's the one thing that I've really realized. Between both of those diets, you're cutting out all of the processed foods. You're cutting out all the sugars, all that stuff that you normally get in that American diet. I just feel so much better. The mental clarity is there. There's so many benefits that I've gotten in the last 2 months. If you're thinking about doing this, I highly recommend it. I'm not a doctor. What I would say is start in small batches, small doses. I told myself when I was doing this, I didn't go, oh, I'm going to do it for the next 6 months, because you're setting yourself up for failure if you do that. You're setting yourself up for failure. Don't do that. Like any other goal, make sure it's smaller, it's measurable, and make sure it's attainable. Forget about the whole Grant Cardone 10 extra goals. Shut the up, dude. Like, just go with the small goal, especially with nutrition. I would say start like I did. I said, you know what? I could do a week. I can eat meat for a week. Anyone can eat meat for a week. I'll eat meat. I'll cut everything else out. I want to see how I feel after a week. I did a week. And I told myself, if I could get to an end of the week and I'm not feeling awful and shitting all over the place and all that stuff, then I realized, like, you know what? I could probably go another week. So that's what I did. I went a week. Then I was like, you know what? I feel fine. I didn't really feel great. I didn't feel bad. I just felt, fine. I could do this. So I decided I'm going to do 2 weeks. Let me do another week. Let me add on another week to that first week. And after week 2, I actually felt better. Like, I felt awake. But they talk about mental clarity. It wasn't like mental clarity, but yes, like even in the morning, getting up, getting my kids ready for school. I generally get my kids off to school, so I'm the one making lunches and stuff. Usually I'm all like, ugh. Make lunch, tell my kids to get ready, and I'll go lay down for another 15 minutes and, you know, sleep as much as I can before we get in the car and drive off. That's usually my MO. It's been that way for years. Now I'm getting up in the morning. I'm more alert. I'm more awake. My son asked me for eggs instead of cereal. Like, if he wants eggs, yeah, buddy, I'll get you eggs. Let's all have eggs. But I just feel better in the morning. Here's a side note. I've always been bad at flossing. I just have. Just not a good flosser. With the carnivore diet, imagine meat rotting. It has a very bad smell. Anytime you get food in your teeth, meat, sugar, whatever, it's decaying, it's rotting. Meat has a really bad smell compared to sugar. I don't want to walk around, and one thing I detest is bad breath. Like, don't come over to my house and talk to me with bad breath. Blech. My thing is I don't want to have bad breath. So I have floss. I have floss sticks in my truck. I've been flossing 4 or 5 times a day. Now I'm just like, feel a piece of meat in my mouth. Let me floss through all my teeth. And the benefit is my gums stop bleeding. I would always go get your teeth cleaned every few months. They're like, yeah, you really got to floss more. Your gums are bleeding and this could cause gum disease and all that kind of stuff. I've been flossing like crazy. There's no more bleeding. My gums feel great. There's a nice color to them. Never mind how yellow my teeth are. I just notoriously have yellow teeth. That's probably from all the sugar and all the stuff I've had in my entire life. The flossing, huge benefit. Really good gum health. Mental clarity, I told you, is great. I'm very busy as a comedian. I'm always trying to write jokes, write tags to jokes, all that kind of stuff. And I write with partners, and I've had friends do like, dude, you're on fire. Wow. You're coming up with some really good stuff. Brain's going 100 miles an hour. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I went out and road tripped in January. I was gone for a week doing shows across a few different states, and I drove. Normally I fall asleep behind the wheel. There was no more of that garbage. Like I was just alert, wide awake, driving for hours. I can't express it even more. And then on top of that, y'all, I've lost over 5 inches on my waist. I have that ultimate dad bod, right? I know you guys probably, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, there we go. I have the dad bod. I've lost over 5 inches on my waist. 5 inches on my waist. I've lost an inch on my neck. And I've had countless people say, dude, you're looking great. Like you're looking healthy. You're thinning up. The inflammation, let me talk about that real quick. The inflammation is gone. Ankles, knees, back, extremely painful. I've been going out there hiking recently. I've been feeling great. I do have to just FYI for everyone who doesn't know, I have to get surgery in my back. I have 2 bulging discs. They did an MRI, and this is stuff that we've known for years. Like in 2018, they did an MRI and realized my back was really messed up. We've been trying to do things. This last year, I ended up getting my first cortisone shot in my lower spine. One of the most painful things in the world. Afterwards, felt 100 times better. But my left leg is numb, and it has been numb for about 3 years. That's because of my bulging discs in my lower spine pushing on my spinal cord. I have to set up surgery, get that fixed, so that my brain can communicate with my leg so that when I go work out, the nutrients can get pumped to the muscle. Right now, my brain has no idea that leg is working out, and that leg is shrinking actually. That leg, I've lost over 4 inches in muscle mass. I've lost 4 inches in circumference around my calf compared to my right leg, which sucks, but there's nothing I can do about it until surgery is done. And then my brain can now register that the muscle's worked out and, oh, let's go repair the muscle by sending the nutrients, the protein, all that stuff. It's something that I have to deal with. But with the hiking and the running recently, my knees feel great. Yesterday, I did a really fast hike, a 3-mile hike up and down. It's very steep. It's about 1,500, it's just shy of 1,500 feet in a mile and a half up. So, I mean, it's 45 degree almost all the way up. Coming down towards the bottom, there's a lot of impact coming down. And I was trying to come down fast because I had to go pick up my son. And yeah, I started feeling it the last like quarter mile to half mile, start feeling it in my left knee. My knees are shot. I have very little cartilage in the joints themselves. And there's a lot of bone on bone, and I have some bone spurs as well. So that's going to be what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just have to say, like, guys, I've lost like 14 pounds. I feel great. I'm down to 206.8. Look at this. Been on the carnivore diet for 2 months. Let's see where I'm at. $206.8, baby. Woo! So there you go, guys. I've lost the weight. My joints feel great. I said I was going to go 1 week, and then I went 2 weeks. I said, okay, after 2 weeks, I can go a month. So I went a month. After 1 month, I said, if I feel great after 1 month, I'm going to add another month and see how I feel. So let me see how I feel after 2 months. Guys, I've just hit 8 weeks today. I feel wonderful. My goal was, okay, after 2 months, if I can go 2 months, then my goal is to go to June. In June, okay, it's February, so we're getting in our last week of February. In June, I have an actual physical with my doctor where they're drawing up all the lab work and everything. And I want to go to June and see how I feel. I want to see what the lab work, what does the lab work say? What does it show? I want to see my results from my change, my lifestyle change, my nutritional change. Also, I've been taking supplements. I've been taking beef liver, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to make another video for you guys. I'll show you more of like what I'm eating and what I'm consuming on a day-to-day basis. I'll show you all the different supplements I'm taking, if that could be helpful to you. If there's anything you think I should be taking, let me know. I'm always open for recommendations. I always do a lot of research. So if you give me your anecdotal, ideas and what you want me to do, I will take it under consideration, but I still got to do research. I don't just take people's word for it. I hope you guys all have a lovely day. Go out there, do your carnivore diet, whatever it is. You know what? The biggest thing, cut out all the sugar, the processed garbage. Like, cut all that shit out, and guaranteed you're going to feel 10 times better. Start there. But I definitely recommend the carnivore diet. I've been very happy with this so far. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'll be back with you guys shortly. I have more videos. Again, if you got this far, thank you so much. This is a comedy channel. I'm a stand-up comedian. I drop daily vlogs. So if you see, oh, why is this guy talking about comedy? This is why. Okay, nutrition, physical fitness, and mental fitness, health is so important to comedy. It's so important to everything, but for me, I've realized how important it is to comedy. It's important to look good when you go up on stage. It's important to feel good mentally. You got to be able to respond to the audience. And that's another reason why I took it upon myself. And I'm just sharing it here on this channel. So, if you love comedy, I hope you enjoy that stuff. I will keep doing carnivore diet updates. If you see my comedy stuff, they'll be like, oh, I don't like this guy. He's got comedy. Feel free to ignore those videos or leave a comment. Let me know if you want me to start another channel. I can start another channel, but I kind of this is just part of my daily vlogging. So I figured I'd just incorporate it. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I've been Chris Kidder. Bye.